And Zeus going to do his very best doing some alcove gaming here. Knockup going to be available with that Searing Charge, but now Canyon with the Nimbus Strike and with the ability to close that gap is going to be looking all right. Does he have a Scrap Shield? No! First Blood goes over, no Flash. He's trying to survive as, oh god! Zeus is possibly just dead. Scrap Shield at the right time, but Keen just flashes on it. Through his Viper now, getting lower and lower. Winter's Bite goes wide, Magnustorm picks up both of the tanks. Chains of Corruption there as well as Canyon's in with the Cyclone. They try and mitigate as best they can, but it is not enough. And there's a kill going over to Ruler. Zeus, not entirely sure about that one, buddy.
On the cards for a while. Zeus may get caught again.
Yeah, Canyon's moving on up, and yeah, I don't think Zeus is getting out of this one. Yeah, some hammer boops. Audacious charge from Peanut onto Duro. Magnustorm going to come through the point-blank heroic charge as Peanut's flashing away the Cyclone, doing a fair bit of work here. Zeka trying to be tanky, he goes back in. I don't know about that one, as there's the snipe, just one after the other. They do manage to get the Justice Punch, but Chovy's so tanky. Now Canyon looking to take down this Rumble. That is going to be successfully executed, but it's a 1-for-1 in the end, and now the Ornhorn's coming through. The triple knock up everyone just in the blender as Viper and Ruler are fighting, and we know that that is not a fair one. Delight goes down, Peanut trying to do his very best as these health bars are so low, and Peanut going to get knocked up. Duro takes that as his opportunity to crash on through. They do manage to take down the Wukong, and Peanut does have a lot of sustain in these fights. Wind becomes lightning, and they do need to kill Keen. He's a lot of money to be taken down, but instead, Keen's looking to try and get it himself. That mini taunt, though, is going to be great, and now Duro has no damage. Finds another charge there as in goes Peanut and finds Ruler. There's the flash taunt, and Ruler once again. This mid lane has not been his best friend, and now Keen sets up the train. Will he be able to get the knockups? Of course he will, as Canyon takes down the enemy 80 carry, but now the Bash Bros are getting back to it. Zeus is looking real healthy, and Peanut and Delight, they had an extra dragon, and now they're all piling on top of Peanut. Gen.G back on the horse once again. Viper free hitting over the wall is fantastic positioning. Knock up onto Keen now as Peanut dives forward. They look for Canyon and they take him down. The train has left the station, but there's no follow-up, and there's the concussive blows we were looking for. Finally, Chovy shows up, but he is way too late for this party. Keep him interested as the Baron going down lower and lower. Remember, there's only one smite, and it's going to be Peanut that locks this one down, and now Chovy, he is just dead. Peanut dives forward. He's got the support of the Galio there as well as Duro gonna get knocked up and taken down. This Sin's now an absolute monster, even from the grave. Speaking of monsters, Zeka needed to press that arm guard, otherwise he was dead. Ruler, but he's now surrounded. Viper really far away from this fight, and look at the equalizer. Ruler standing right on top of it. Canyon just spinning, having a great time though. Still, the train, it's not gonna get past the door. It's so powerful. Duro gonna get executed, and even though Viper's dead, it's still looking all right here for HLE. Zeka Justice punching his way in. The winds of war coming down as Chovy gonna get tagged. In goes Peanut now as they're trying to find the DPS. Down goes the monkey, and it's a bloodbath in here. Zeka is just untouched, though he cannot take damage on this Galio.
Zeka's Galio, man, is so impressive. He
can now start trying to cook him. As Delight, the flanking Braum, and they get on top of Ruler. They're looking to send him home early. He's trying to get these autos down, and finally he will be taken out. But Gen.G, they're fighting back. The True Shot Barrage finally going to be sent over, and this was an absolute Hanwha esports disaster. Not really what you wanted to see from them. Bars are getting lower and lower. Keen, he's trying to flash in as the Shock Blast goes wide. These health bars, they're barely hanging on. But the Nexus turret loses interest. Another minion wave is going to taxi its way in. And Gen.G, after trying their very best to throw it as far up the pitch as they could, they pull up their bootstraps and they... There's the Bone Skewer combo as Duro gonna get smashed against the wall over and over again. And Viper picks up first blood. All right, let's see whether Chovy can get the fancy footwork. He cannot, as he's flicked right into the twisted advance. And yes, he presses the rebuttal button.
It's not like Yuumi get an easy, it's just you don't get to use your AD carry mechanics. So Chovy,
yeah, there we get proof that the Deadly Flourish does work that way, and the rebuttal not going to be available. Death from below comes on through as the Cannon Barrage get himself out of the way. As Emperor's Divide going to throw Canyon back once again, and unfortunately, He is just dead.
That's a strength if it does go over.
I've seen this movie before, as Zeus once again, this time I think just going to die, as he does get a bunch of that health back, but still, Chovy, remember, still a lot of damage going on down, as I think now they should be able to find the angle as Rebuttal does come on through. If Zeus can survive, it will be so huge. Set from below, and Delight will execute the Mel. And Keen is teleported in. There's that feat of strength. He says, oh, let a pirate take care of it. Yar and stuff like that. Chovy might be in a little bit of trouble here, as the Rebuttal is going to move Delight forward. The FPX logo once again is going to spell death. GP, as Zeka has found Canyon, so maybe he's going to pick that one up instead. Gets the flash out for the Emperor's Dividers. Watch out, Eep is going to be coming on through there, but Canyon cannot stand his ground against this guy. Peanut's now found Duro, as the fight's happening all over the place. Zeus manages to take down his opposite number, and now Chovy is surrounded. The call of the curtains there from Viper is going to slow him down, and yeah, death from below is going to spell even more money there at the same time. Duro flashing, but I don't know whether he has anywhere else to go, as oh my god, these bullets. Ruler has said, I want nothing to flash to get out of all of Mel's damage. As all right, that is some value there from Peanut, who gets the Bramble Smash as well. The Emperor's Divide comes in, and the bullets are raining down. Keen gets popped with just a third one. Remember, it's the fourth. There's a nice rebuttal there from Chovy, but he's not going to have it for this, as the kitty cats come down. The parade comes on through. Duro just going to get melted, as the curtain call is going to be heading towards the enemy base. There's death from below, as Delight gets himself out of there very comfortably. Keen, oh, he's Keen against the world. What it feels like is he just gets thrown back, sandwiched between the wall, and destroyed by this bazooka that Viper has now. Almost 4 items completed. Canyon trying to dance around his base, and Peanut happily tanking up any turret shot that he would like. HLE now just going to push through. This should be match point for them as well over Gen.G. A big difference to what we've seen between these two teams in the group stage of this tournament. Still may not be over just yet, as the Solar Flare picks the middle of everyone, and Duro will be dying for it. Delight also going to go down, but I feel like that's been what he's been looking for the majority of the day, as a huge bullet goes into the back of the head of the Lilia once again, and Viper says goodnight to the Nexus. Man, what a gin towards the turret. Let's see whether this dive is going to work out, as there's Delight just being dead. So first blood goes over to Duro on this support, Camille. And now it might be his turn to die. Let's see how this dive is going to go, as they find yet another one. And yeah, he's just dead. Grasping Roots are going to connect, and the flash out from Viper wanted to come on over and stop Canyon from getting this done, but instead they turn onto Duro, who throws down the Hextech Ultimatum. Peanut, the first one to go down, and as he hook shots away, and he stays alive. Into the backline goes Keen as well, and he executes Viper. Duro will eventually fall, but look at Zeus. He's taking so many of these shots, and it's a double kill on the back end for Zeus. He finds the angle, Delight flashes away, but he's still gonna die, and now Ruler finally finding a moment to perform, as Zeka gets on top of him, but Ruler says no. He's got another left in the quiver for him. Finds the Hextech Ultimatum. He's kind of by himself as the arrow, it sails by. There's the Requiem, as Zeus just reposts it. And there goes Duro. So a nice pickup there for HLE. Actually kill this Smolder as he blocks him.
I mean, no one's dying here for Hanwha, but this turret is getting worn down.
Oh, goodness me, the Achu doing so much work, as Delight almost just dead, as Mum just rains down. There's the taunt onto Duro. Grand challenge is issued, but yeah, it's public execution as Featherstorm comes down. Stranglethorn's coming in there as well, as Viper is alive, and Delight just takes down the Ambessa. Requiem is probably going to kill him. Yeah, there he goes, and that is 2 picked up for Gen.G off the getting more of these stacks. As okay, he goes to Light. They managed to at least pop this Karthus, but remember, he can still do damage. There's the Requiem, as they can get onto that healing field if they want to stay alive, as now Zeka getting cut up by Keen, but the Stand United, it's going to be there. Keen goes down eventually. Duro's at full health, but look at Ruler. He's just raining the arrows in. Delight finds it, but not the kill. Cannot make it in at all, and now they're just in the wrong spot. Public execution, yep, right in front of all of his friends. Zeka is going to try and kill someone, and does manage to at least send Canyon home. He's trying to keep himself somewhat not dead, as that's a lot of riposte value, and does manage to at least send one of them home. Viper, I don't know what mad. Viper is also dead. Keen is just going to kill him, and there's nothing Delight can do about it, because he's just taking damage from everyone else. Double kill here for Keen, is now Zeka trying to get this value. Sends Chovy home, might be able to do the same thing to Duro, and does so before making his way out of the base gate. Flash over And in the meantime, Zeus is withdrawing at this point in time. Yeah, he just goes down. In fact, yeah, just wore off. And now Canyon's also dead. Peanut, he's going to eat a Skittle, and that is not one that he finds too delicious. Zeus going to need to riposte, does so to avoid the Requiem, as Keen looking for some immediate revenge. Zeus trying to be that hero. Do manage to lock down the Baron. Now Zeka trying to do what he can. Chovy is just dead, though, as Peanut locks that one up. That's a great... So quickly to get on over, and he's interrupted. Oh no, Zeus 1 versus 3. I don't know about this one. Still able to take down Canyon. That is massive, and he's still alive. My God, Delight gets in there. That's why he was able to survive for so long. And Duro is Keen, dashing around in circles of Stranglethorns. Not going to really get anything done. And all right, now we're flashing forward, looking for some opportunities as the Requiem does come on through, and that is going to take down at least Delight. Ruler is just kiting out the Renekton, who is free food for these 80 carries. Zeus trying to be the fed Fiora that he wants to be, but he's like that Fiora that says they're a Smurf in your iron solo queue game. Sometimes they're just not good enough to get it done. And it does.
Very good at it, and he's showing why.
Oh God, Chovy, remember, doesn't have flash, but instead they just turn immediately onto Canyon. I don't know whether you needed to do that, Peanut, but
Chovy's in trouble. Still no flash, by the way.
yeah, exactly. Has to Kingslayer his way over. Delight's going to turn up. That means that he's definitely dead. Ultimate available, but there is the pickoff, and Duro, he is burning, and Viper is going to be able to pick up the kill. That up onto Keen, and I don't think he's got another charge, as so lucky as Viper presses the ultimate button, and there is the kill. So 1-4. Yep, Delight is just going to push Ruler away, and Ruler is too greedy, and he's just going to die.
Greed has kind of been the name of the game for Ruler, but I wouldn't...
There's the World Ender. He's just looking to clear out these minions if he can, but he will just be exploded.
So,
well, here's a heroic charge as Viper's making his way in. Duro looking to try and stop him, but Ruler is dead. That was mostly praying, not a whole lot of spraying. And look at that, Delight sacrificing himself. Chovy did steal away Viper's ultimate, and that is going to be able to take that kill as the steadfast presence is so good from Delight. Still, the chains come down, and Chovy tanking too many turrets here in order to stay alive as Zeka comes in and says no more funny business. But Gen.G have been able to find some value, unless this charm is going to spell the end of everything. Because remember, this means resets. Zeka could be in trouble. Chain's going to connect there as Duro gets the stun. Charm goes wide, and that is 730 gold or something like that going over to Chovy as Zeus is teleported in. Duro is dead, ladies and gentlemen, and Chovy, I think, is going to follow suit. There he goes. Okay, so the answering 2 kills probably worth the... Keen going a little bit aggressive here as Zeus does get stunned up, and Zeus just pops him. That is going to be the kill going over to Delight somehow, and Duro realizing that there is no avenue in whatsoever. Canyon down to 50%. Ruler trying to do damage where he can, and look at this brick wall of an Aatrox. Delight goes in, double knock up is gigantic. Duro in that backline, zoning out Viper quite nicely as the rest of Gen.G have grouped back up. But Zeus is still alive. He's healing over and over again. The team fighting Peanut Nidalee is actually working, and finally Zeka shows up to clean up the battle. Heroic charge. Into a charm, and Duro's dead. Not a whole lot that he can do about that one, as he does buy a fair bit of time as the teleport is coming in from Keen. Zeus also has been... Oh, okay, never mind. He's just going to face check 2 people. Zeka going to move over, and there's the explosion, and down goes Canyon. No resets for you. Chovy as well, finding himself point blank into this Aatrox, who will just take a little bit of a avenue out of there. Viper explodes, that's going to kill the rat, and now he's just looking to press that burst fire button over and over again. He's got carpal tunnel, but he's also got a triple kill, and maybe make that a quad. Never mind, it's going to be taken there by Peanut. That's going to be an ace, as Duro is in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And Zeka is also in the mid lane. Keen is going to be the first one to be targeted as Delight pushes Chovy away. Duro is also going to explode the double kill for the Ahri, as the spray and pray was trying to work, but unfortunately, the Twitch just does. It certainly was, but it was some impressive plays. There's a heroic charge. Zeka, unofficial.
And Ruler may just simply go down.
Oh dear. Well, Zeka is very charming as we flailing with his chains out. And unfortunately, HLE are way too far ahead. Zeus can face check basically anything he wants as the slicing maelstrom does nothing. It's the tickling electric static circle. It's not really doing anything of much at all. And HLE, I think, don't need a Baron. They just need to kill this last remaining Nexus turret to bring them to a date with D+ Kia in our winners final here for the LCK Cup. Ruler spraying, praying, but he's going to have to utilize a lot of those prayers against Nongshim to keep Gen.G alive here in this.